Hi, I'm Jack and I like Lego, and I'm very excited. I'm making another Lego video. It's been a little while, and Christmas was very good for me. I have a lot of amazing friends and family that gave me some amazing sets. So my little nephew gave me this little set here. The guy looks like me. That's very exciting, and I'll be making that one at some point. My friend Ben from over in Australia sent me a Doctor Who set, super kick-ass, the TARDIS and everything. And then my lovely, amazing wife Katie, who's behind the camera, she got me this awesome creator set. It's the palace, which I'm nervous that I'm going to now start a whole city, which is going to be way too much money, but I love it. But my father gave me the Ghostbusters Firehouse, and so that's what we're making today. This is the Ghostbusters Firehouse. I'm super excited. Ghostbusters is one of my favorite movies of all time, and this thing is massive. It's 4,600 pieces, which is one of the biggest sets that Lego releases. So let's get to it. It's gonna be a long one. Hold on to your butts. that does it. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was by far the longest build I've ever had in any Lego anything ever. It took me about 10 hours all said and done. The manual for this thing is like, it's 400 pages and literally 600 steps. It's enormous, and it made this amazing, amazing, beautiful piece here. And this is by far the coolest Lego thing I've ever owned. It is enormous. You can see all of the details in the windows and everything. It's so much that I'm gonna actually make a review video talking about all the different things inside of it, separate to this one. So if you've been watching this one, hopefully by the time you watch it, I'll have the review ready as well, and you can watch it and see all the real intricate details. But it's got tons of characters, and also the sides open up really, really neat. So you can actually see all the different stuff inside. There's tons of stuff going on in there. It's got like the picture room. It's got a pool table. It's got a pole there that people can slide up and down on, and even it's got Janine's place down there in the bottom, her little thing. The doors open, and actually I wanted to point out the Ecto 1, which I have here. It does fit inside. You have to remove a couple desks, but it will fit inside if you have it. So separate thing, but also a very, very cool piece. But it's like perfectly sized for this build. So anyway, yes. So again, I'm gonna do a review build of all of this. And that'll be up on my channel at some point. And if you're watching this and it's not up yet, I'm sorry. But just know that this thing is incredible. Thank you so much for watching, and special thanks to my father and mother who bought this for me for my birthday, because there's no way I could afford it. But anyway, that's it. Thank you very much. Watch my previous Lego stuff, watch more video game stuff, and watch some music stuff too. So thank you, and we'll see you next time for more.